So we're going to do the hookup and the winterization of the water setup. So down here, you've got your jugs, and you're going to fill your fresh water up with water. If the gray water isn't already hooked up, you can just, click that into place. You're going to need this hose right here. This end we're going to put in here. So we're going to push it in back here. Click up on the blue. And we're going to take the hose and click it into place right there. Turn on our pump. We've got good water pressure right there. We'll go ahead and jump to how to winterize it. What we're going to do is first we're going to go down here and unhook our fresh water. And you've got this little button right here. What we're going to do is turn the pump on and press down on that button and let all the water drain out of the system. It is okay for this pump to run dry for a little bit. You don't want to leave it running dry for minutes on end, but it is okay to do this. We're going to get most of the water out of the system. So we'll turn on the pump, open up the sink, and press this button. And lift up a little bit on that, press on that. And then we'll turn that off. So that's part one. We'll take the freshwater bucket out and go ahead and dump that bucket out. Put it back in here if you want. We're going to leave the gray water hooked up for a minute. And we're going to take the spacer out. Two things you're going to want is some chamois, like these guys, and a bucket. So we'll go ahead and unhook the gray water. And I like to take this and just fold it up in there. Pull the gray water out, dump it out, put your bucket underneath there. And then I'm going to pull down on that little blue fitting and pull this out. We'll press on that button again, make sure all the water came out of the hose. That can get stored right in there. And then we're going to take the other side off right here, pulling down on the blue, and let that water drain out. And you want to make sure your faucet's open so it doesn't create a suction. And you can actually leave that open. Make sure all the water's out. And then the next thing you can do if you want is run the pump for a couple seconds. Might splash a little bit of water around inside, but it's a good idea to get every last drop out of the pump. Just so it doesn't form any ice chunks in there. And if you want, you can hook this back in there so that when you're ready to go and hook it back up, it's super easy. Just pull the water jug out of there. And like I said, once you empty these guys, you can put them back in there or leave them out, however you want. This is just a spacer to take up the room in between the jugs. And what I like to do is put this cover back on, shake this a little bit, get the water out, put this cover back on. And you can put a chamois here because it's going to just drip a little bit as you start driving until all of the water's out of the system. That's basically it.